Well, what were we expecting? Homelander releases dramatic statement regarding Starlight. Have you read it? Will the boys get a spin-off? What flagship show has been axed by Prime Video? And what are the must-see Prime originals that you really don't want to miss out on? Stick around until the end of the video to find out. But first, what happened in episode 6 of The Boys season 3 again? Erin Moriarty is proving herself to be a worthy contender and has won the hearts of many fans with her stellar performance with the portrayal of Annie January, codenamed Starlight, in the Prime original The Boys. The series, which recently ended its 3rd season, also stars Anthony Starr as Homelander, Jack Quaid as Huey, and Carl Urban as Billy Butcher, among many other very pleasant faces. And it's in episode 6 of season 3, called Garrogasm, where we find Butcher and Huey teaming up with Soldier Boy, portrayed by the lovely Jensen Ackles, who needs their help to find and kill his old teammates. In return, Soldier Boy is to kill Homelander because it's very likely that he's the only one strong enough to do it. Meanwhile, Starlight is struggling to outsmart Homelander, who is now in control of Vought International and is stuck in the limbo between her duty as a superhero and protecting those she loves. Because remember, Starlight and Homelander announced that they had recently been dating, which was absolutely a PR stunt to capitalize on her popularity with the public. It would have far worse consequences than she could have known. But the bloody fight at Herogasm, the annual event of the Supes, ends with a lot of people dead, leading Starlight to decide to leave the Seven. She announces her resignation on social networks to millions of people, and that's where the episode ends. Next, Homelander releases dramatic statement regarding Starlight. Cliffhangers are the worst, but without them, the world would be a very boring place. But there are ways to combat the gap between episodes, and if there's one thing the boys have been amazing at, it's meta marketing. The Boys has made extensive use of social media to promote itself, often posting memes and parodies in the universe on the official Twitter page. But they handled the Starlight cliffhanger so beautifully, it's sad to think anyone who will be watching on demand at a later point in time will have to miss out on all of the immersive social media experience that has come with this rather understated series. After the episode, Vought International felt it was vital that they release a statement, which was largely in the voice of Homelander himself, in which they completely disregard the validness of anything that has been said or done by Annie January. Vought accuses Starlight of becoming hysterical with rage, the crazed jealousy of which has boiled over into insurrectionist territory, making any reconciliation impossible. But they want to make sure that shareholders know that Vought has the situation under control. Starlight's status as co-captain has been rescinded, effective immediately. The Boys' 3rd season has continued to give us an exciting show of alternative content about superheroes, going far beyond expectations and being mostly true to the original comics by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. And a dramatic statement like this one is truly the cherry on top that makes us want more. Following, The Boys gets a spin-off. The Boys has been a welcome breath of fresh air that has treated the genre with a much more mature approach, bordering on satire, and successfully incorporated some amusing meta aspects into its promotion. So, hearing showrunner Eric Kripke finally confirming the news that The Boys is getting a new spin-off was really nothing to be surprised at, but no less exciting. Kripke talked with Deadline about the spin-off, which is called The Boys Presents Varsity. Kripke explained that season 3 of The Boys will hand off to the very first season of Varsity. There's a lot of things that have been going on in the background of The Boys, like the presidential campaign. We've been promised some familiar faces in the spin-off, like Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy, but there will also be lots of new storylines that will get a chance at being explored. The spin-off has been described as an irreverent, R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal, competitive supes as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. Think Hunger Games meets college show, but with the same heart, satire, and coarseness of the original series. Patrick Schwarzenegger is set to star as Golden Boy, Sean Patrick Thomas as Polarity, Marco Pegosi as Edison Cardosa, Jazz Sinclair as Marie Marot, and many more. Hopefully they'll start rolling soon because we can't wait for this series to drop. Stay tuned if you want to know what Prime originals are coming this month and what TV series will never ever be coming back at all. Ready? Let's go. First up, the Prime original Night Sky has been axed. We're afraid to say that Netflix has started a very sad and unfortunate trend, the axing of new shows before they've had an honest shot at fulfilling their potential. We've already seen Paramount+ Plus canceling flagship shows, and now Prime Video is following suit, apparently being the first TV series ever to be beamed into outer space and setting a record for the furthest distance from Earth a TV series has been distributed isn't enough to be given a second season. Deadline has come with the infuriating news that Night Sky has been axed. The sci-fi drama series reportedly was too expensive and there was a lack of significant viewership impact. Night Sky was heavily promoted before its release, and it's understanding if the results weren't satisfactory, but Night Sky had an interesting premise with lots of potential and a cast with talent galore to make it a success. Maybe the first season was a little rough around the edges, but anyone who watched the series could see it finding its footing in just a season more. Many shows just need a moment to find their rhythm, but we'll never know what Night Sky could have given us because it has been added to the future list of all the TV shows that were canceled too soon in the name of the streamer wars, a list that seems to be growing by the day. Don't Make Me Go, coming to Prime Video on July 22nd, 2022. One of the most heartwarmingly heartbreaking Prime originals coming to Prime Video on July 15th, 2022 is Don't Make Me Go, a charming, sweet, and eventually daring dramedy with tons of heart. The movie follows Max, portrayed by John Cho, a single dad who discovers that he has a terminal disease and decides to take his daughter Wally, portrayed by the beautiful Maya Isaac, on a road trip before he has to go. But it won't take long for the viewer to realize that maybe there's something gently brewing underneath the surface of what could easily be mistaken for a basic and straightforward weep movie. The road is in no way obliged to take us to a place where we want to be, and it may take us to a place that will likely engender some very strong reactions. But Hannah Mark's knack for casting charming stars with great chemistry has proven itself trustworthy once again. Don't Make Me Go doesn't take long to present a credible, loving, yet complicated bond between Isaac and Cho. Don't Make Me Go is Isaac's first leading role, and she has another feature coming up in Quinn Shepard's Not Okay, and is certainly one to watch out for. Together with Cho's emotional yet persevering performance, combined with the young talent of Isaac's, Don't Make Me Go is one of those movies you'll want to come back to, because even if we don't like where it ends, the road there is absolutely worth it. Prizefighter, coming to Prime Video on July 22nd, 2022. With the closing of the month, we'll all be treated with another movie that is boiling over with talent to marvel over. Prizefighter is a Prime original and will be available on Prime Video from July 22nd, 2022. The movie is based on the true story of Jim Belcher and will explore his life and career as prizefighter. The historical setting of the story gives a unique look into the sport, and the set of talent attached to it alone should convince you that this is probably one prize you don't want to miss out on. Prizefighter is directed by Daniel Gran and written by Matt Hookings, who also stars in the film. Jim Belcher, who will be played by Matt Hookings, was born into poverty and raised by his grandfather, portrayed by the iconic Russell Crowe, a former boxer struggling with addiction. Belcher is desperate to make a living and honor his grandfather's legacy, and finds comfort in the mentorship of a renowned trainer, who will be played by Ray Winstone, who coaches him to be the greatest fighter in the world. Now, as you can guess, Belcher didn't have it all that easy, and his story is bound to leave an impression on its viewers. Make sure to keep your eyes out and give this prizefighter a go. And that's all we've got for now. What do you think of The Boys meta marketing? Let us know in the comments what you think, and thanks for watching.